See that type of antenna right there? We had a very similar antenna like that growing up. It's right there. Yeah, it's crazy. You don't see a lot of antennas like that, but ours was a little smaller. Like it didn't have the pole that's high, but we did have an antenna like that. We did live in a trailer for a little while, and then we moved into a house we lived on the property of my grandparents in a trailer, and then we eventually went from living in a trailer to living in a decent sized mansion, maybe, or one of the first. So I'm thinking, then he ended up selling that one. Now he's in a smaller house again. Well, headed back to the Bucky area, or Bucky's area. Bucky. And gonna get some cheap gas. The first one practically took me almost to Marfa, Texas, or something. I'm not in Marfa, but I don't know. If you know where I am, leave a comment, because I have no clue. Somewhere, I think Rome. I'd guess I'm in Rome, Texas, or it's almost like Rome with an RH. Rome. I don't know. They only got a few tacos, but I probably got enough vlog material just on one taco in the middle of Rome, Texas. I guess they like their tacos. I can't see. I'm gonna fix this right here. There we go. If that helps. There we go. That's it. Right here is the Fairview Airport. Right here, that's actually an airport. Fairview. Not too far from Old Chisholm Trail. Kind of makes me think of films like In Cold Blood. Actually, that's not a film, it's a documentary, but Capote was a kind of a film where it had this kind of, of course they, had the cinematographers and everything, but kind of brings me into that kind of stuff. Look at this road right here. funny because I was like, back there a few miles back, I thought, man, I am in the middle of nowhere, because I decided to turn off the road, and I'm okay though. I'm only 8 miles from Buc-ee's, but when I didn't go back the same way, I thought, you know, I want to get some of these telephone poles and time lapse, and I thought, well, you know, I probably made a mistake, and then I hit the button on Navigator and it said, you know, 8 minutes away from Buc-ee's, so I'll probably be okay. But you know, I remember I was in I want to say Frisco, and you know, Frisco's pretty busy, and I got a phone call, but it took me way out to like Rice, Texas or something. I don't know, hang on just a second. Anyway, I was like in Frisco or something like that, and I mean, they took me out. It wasn't Rice, Texas, but it was really far out there, beyond Denton, way down, way past the university, way out in the middle of the country. This is for like a single burrito. You know, I was like 25, maybe 30 miles or more just to get to the Denny County, about a whole 50-mile trip. You know, I don't even want to tell you how much they gave me, but it wasn't really worth the gas on that one. But this one probably, I want a county line right here. This one may have been, you know, it could have been worth it, but I guess they, you know, these people get these delivery service, food for friends kind of stuff. One 1,000, two 1,000, three 1,000, four 1,000, five 1,000, six 1,000, seven 1,000, one 1,000, two 1,000, three 1,000, 10, four 1,000, 11 1,000, five 1,000, six 1,000, seven 1,000, eight 1,000, nine 1,000, 10 1,000, 11 1,000, 12 1,000. Well, we made it. Buc-ee's has got a wet rag on his. Looks like that looks like John Lennon right there. Looks like one of those like a Middle Eastern Buc-ee kind of thing. What are they? They wear those Egyptian kind of people or whatever. Anyway, yeah, I needed it. Road again. I just can't wait to get on the road again. I remember back when I was in Florence Elementary School, we were forced to go up on a stage. The principal during that time wanted us all to sing On the Road Again, written and composed by Willie Nelson. Of course, Willie Nelson wasn't there. We were a bunch of Florence Elementary School kindergartners up there in these little bleachers up on a it's actually on a performance stage. We're up there in a group, all on the road again, and you know, you don't remember any of the lyrics really. You know, you just fake. The teachers just say, well, if you forget, just move your mouth and pretend like you're singing. You know, Same thing in band. If you missed a note, and you were among the chorus of the trumpet players or whatever, you just pretended like, I was just pretend like I'm, only like 3 or 4 of the trumpet players were ever playing anything. But you get about 20 different instruments going, about 100 kids, or I don't know, 50 kids or whatever. Only a partial amount of them are really playing. But yeah, Willie Nelson was just singing on the radio. Brought back a memory on the road again. Listening to this podcast called I Hate Movies. Or no, We Hate Movies. That's what it is. We Hate Movies. And it's about all these bad movies that were done, and they just make fun of them, like Under Siege with Steven Seagal. And they're making fun of some film called Stardust. So they just vlog, or not vlog, they blog, or I don't know, it's an iPod. So it's a podcast. That's what I mean. Podcast. It's a podcast of bad movies, and they just, Under Siege was one of them, and Stardust is another one. They mentioned some good movies, but they just, they just do bad movies. I don't know. It's weird because I was looking at these cows eating, and it's pretty crazy. This one cow took this really big bite. He actually moved, but he just took this big. That one's laying down right back there. No. Here it is. Here's the cow that I was talking about. He's coming up. Just give me a second. But yeah, he's right here. He was taking these big old bites. Yeah, he's still doing it too. He's right there. He must be hungry. It's that cow right there. So this podcast and We Hate Movies, it's funny because Sean Connery, when he did Under Siege, he worked with Borman or some name. He lived with the filmmaker and drove himself to and fro from the set and back because they were living on coupon clipping budgeting. All the movie went to Sean Connery, all the money in the movie. So Sean Connery got most of the money, but they could not afford to pick him up. They couldn't afford to feed him. They couldn't afford to house him. So he had to live with the director. So he got enough money to actually to do the film Under Siege, but he didn't have enough money for anything else. Sean Connery was, we have a Swiss cheese sandwich. Man, I just passed a bunch of vultures that were up and they were roosting. They're just, I guess because of the rain, they were just kind of sleeping during the day or whatever. I guess when it rains, they do that. Probably in most cases, they're mostly like flying around. They're very weird looking up close because I got close to, not too close, but they got real leathery kind of necks, almost like a turkey. And then they're very dark, like their feathers are very dark. It's very weird looking. See the hay bales way down that way. on Squirrel Run right here. And that horse is blindfolded right there. Or if they do that when it rains or something. Just put a blindfold on the horse. What the f. Well, it started raining again. It stopped for a little bit and I just continued back up.